All right, it is a huge week for the Michigan football team. So, you know what that means. We have another episode of The Lab presented by Wolverine, and we have a special guest. It is running back Khalil Mullings. And if you guys watched last episode, you know we've been kind of handing out a new award. It's a new weekly segment called the Hard Hat Award. And basically, the Hard Hat is presented by Wolverine. As you guys know, I'm rocking the flannel. Wolverine, what do they represent? It's the work boots, it's lunch pail mentality, it's hard work, it's great effort in the classroom, in the communities, and on the field. And if you guys watched the game last week, you saw Khalil Mullings rumbling, tumbling, stumbling, running through guys, running around guys, finding himself in the end zone. So Khalil, I'm kind of virtually handing you the hard hat, man. Congratulations on a great game. Congratulations on the hard hat award. Why don't you give the people a little preview of what you got there?
Appreciate it, man. Got the hard hat award with me right here. Right here. It's beautiful. Thank you.
And we got some signatures on that too, right?
I do. I got it signed right here.
Nice.
Nice.
Right
yep, it's looking great. Loving it, man. Loving it.
So we'll stay tuned. Yeah, we might have some cool stuff for that down the stretch of the season. But want to kick it off, man, and just ask how the opening to the season has been. I mean, it's been fun to watch you, man. Seriously. Each week just getting better and better, and then playing your last game this past weekend versus Arkansas State. How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling good coming off of this past week. We felt like it was important to respond, and I felt personally, that it was really important for me to respond this week and to try to have my best game possible. So it was great to be able to go out there and have a really good game.
Man, so I know the official stats were you guys as a running back room only had 2 forced missed tackles versus Texas. And I talked to Coach Alford, the running back coach, Tony Alford, about that pregame, and he said he challenged you guys. Of course, that was not the case. I think you had 2 forced missed tackles in your first 2 touches, bro. So what was the emphasis in practice? Like, how do you kind of turn the page on that and make sure you go out there and do what you did, which is force a ton of missed tackles and make plays?
Yeah, definitely. A lot of that goes out to the scout guys. We Coach Alford talked to him. I've been talking to him about just really coming down on us really hard, thudding us up. Forcing us to try to really make a move and finish runs all throughout practice. So we really emphasize that as a room. And it really showed up in the game. We were able to get to the second and third level and make guys miss and be able to break some longer runs, which was huge for us. So
didn't you tell me once upon a time you got your first start by making plays on scout team?
Yeah. No, I mean everybody goes through scout team, man. I mean, taking that seriously is a huge part of the development of college players. It's not a slight or a diss to be on scout team. So shout out to those guys, especially, man. Just helping us out all week while we were emphasizing finishing through our runs, and was able to show up in the game. So
yeah, and you're telling them, man, practice hard. You never want to be too cool for school in practice, bro. No one really respects that. You might think you're doing the right thing, but you're Khalil Mullings. You're trying to have a great year this year. You're trying to get paid and go play in the NFL. You need those guys to play 100%, and then it leads to what you saw last week on the field. Just kind of want to get your thoughts as the running back room as a whole, man. I know Donovan had a good game last week. It's been a lot put on you guys' shoulders, right? And that's to be expected in Ann Arbor, right? The standard is extremely high. What's the conversation with you guys kind of going into a huge game this week against USC? How do you unlock that next level?
Yeah, it's just about being consistent and consistently attacking each day of practice and being serious in our preparation. As we always are. And that's just really the biggest thing is we know that we're going to, have that workload, and we're going to be a team that runs the ball. And as we always say in the running back room, you have to train violent to play violent. So that's one of our mantras, and we do that each and every day throughout practice. Understanding that that role and the team's going to depend on us on Saturday. So we just use practice to have that pay off.
What'd you guys learn last? I mean, I was telling our crew about this on air. I was like, man, you got to go all the way back to 2021 for Michigan to have experienced a regular season loss. So like last week was the first time you guys had a loss in the regular season in which you had a chance to go back out there and right that. So like, what do you think you learned about the team in last week's practice and now heading into this week in conference play as you guys have had to respond from a little bit of early season adversity?
Yeah, no, we definitely had to respond to that early season adversity, and we just learned that we were able to do that, and it's all about building confidence throughout the season and getting better each and every week. That was really the emphasis of this past week is really going out there and having a good showing and building that confidence that we can do this and we are who we say we are. And it's continuing to do that each and every week and getting better. And so yeah.
Yeah, of course, man. That's always the goal. That's across the board too. And the good thing is up front, like there was some great holes up front made, and I noticed the wide receiver blocking. I think CJ Charleston was one that helped spring a long run there in the game. When do you guys meet as an offense? Like, do you meet with the offensive line? What was that film session like when you were able to show some of those explosive runs?
Yeah, no, definitely. Really, we did that today. Actually, we were able to, go over it with the offense and shout out to the receivers, the offensive line, the tight ends. I mean, like you said, CJ, Peyton O'Leary, Fred Moore, all those guys blocking their behinds off. Man, it was insane. I mean, play after play after play. It wasn't just once or twice. It wasn't just on the long runs. There were 3-yard runs where dudes were flying across the screen, and it was all receivers. So huge shout out to those guys, man, and the O-line all day, creating huge holes. So it was great. And it was great to go over it and build that camaraderie as an offense and really show that, we are who we say we are. We're moving people off the ball and really put that on tape.
I always see like, Max Bredesen, like, you can kind of see at the end of the play, guys let up a little bit at the end of the play. And then like out of the corner of my eye, I see 44 just like running his feet for another second and a half and burying dudes.
Yep.
He's too humble, so he won't say it. But can you kind of tell us a little bit? Can you talk about Max Bredesen, what he means to?
He means everything, man. That 44, and like I always say, I played against it. You know what I mean? So I know firsthand, like, guys on the other side do not want to go at that over and over and over again. And Brady just brings it over and over and over again, so it's huge and it brings juice, it brings energy, it gets everyone going. And that's a huge part of our team and it might not be, what's always shown on TV or whatever, but we all know that it's super important and appreciated, and Brady's the best, man. And yeah.
It's contagious, man. I just every chance I can, I just want like our viewers to like when you see 44 in the game, just watch him a few plays. Like forget what else is going on. Just watch Max Bredesen. It's like a work of art.
It is.
Big shout out to our sponsor, Wolverine, as there is a new collab with Wolverine and U of M football players, guys like Colston Loveland, Alex Orgy, Donovan Edwards, Mason Graham, all your favorite players, basically. You can head over. You can see it all over social media. These guys doing photo shoots. What can't they do? Modeling the new clothes in new gear. I'm wearing the flannel, as you guys know. It's fall. Got to wear flannels. But there is a new special edition Michigan branded Wolverine work boot. It's beautiful for the fall. Actually, would go really well with this flannel. So basically, if you guys want to shop this collection, shop the new work boots, shop the new collab between Alex Orgy, Mason Graham, Colston Loveland, all these guys, head over to wolverine.com/blue collar. Again, that's wolverine.com/blue collar to shop the collection and learn more about Wolverine's NIL campaign with hardworking Michigan football players. So the offensive line, you got a bunch of new guys, and the goal, that Sharon Moore has said is let's get better every week. Let's get better every week. Let's get better every week. What ways do you think that group has improved each week so far to start the season?
Yeah. No, they each week, like I was saying earlier, each week we've gotten better as an entire offense and especially with the O-line. But hugely this week, guys were just straining to finish blocks and move people off the ball. And we just continued to build that each and every week, and it was really felt this past week. And they're so straining to finish those extra blocks to be able to get some of those hidden 2 or 3 yards to put us in better advantages, to be ahead of the sticks rather than behind the sticks. It's huge, and we really felt it. And it was, as you saw, it was huge in the run game through the amount of yards we got. So
that strain was something like, in our coach meetings, Coach Moore and Coach Campbell, even Coach Wink on defense, like, just strain, man. It's you talk about those hidden 2 to 3 yards. That adds up to like 40 yards over a game, right? Is that something you guys talk about in the running back room? Like, hey, fall forward, get a half man, like, get those tough yards.
Yeah, no, definitely. We say in the running back room, if it's blocked for 2, get 4. If it's blocked for 4, get 6. If it's blocked for 8, you got to score at that point. So it's like, that's our mentality. Just always trying to find those just hidden 2, 3, sometimes 4 or 5 yards. When we push the pile and stuff, just to keep us ahead of the sticks, keep us, giving us the advantage over the defense, and allowing us to really open up the playbook and do different things.
So, Coach said Alex Orji is going to be the starter today, and I know a bunch of Michigan fans have been excited to see him and his athleticism. But I just, as a leader on this team, as a veteran guy, what are some of the things you're most excited for Alex to take the starting role under center this week?
Yeah, no, I'm super excited for him, man. He's worked super hard for it, over the years, and seeing him grow as a person, as a player. I couldn't be happier. I'm just excited for him to be able to get in the game and be comfortable. I know it's been a while of him playing, but it wasn't necessarily consistent or long periods of time. So I'm just super happy for him to be able to get in the game, get comfortable, and find his routine, find his groove, and I couldn't be happier for him.
It's been fun, like, just the way you guys support each other, the way even Davis and Alex support one another, just in that quarterback room. It just speaks to the way you guys, the unity and the cohesion of the team, and of course that just matters this week. USC, a California team, new to the Big Ten, like traveling all the way across the country to the Big House. Like, do you put it? Of course, it's just another opponent, right? But like, hey, do you talk about having to defend your home turf from a Big Ten foe, flying all across the country? Like, or is that something the fans maybe read more into?
No, I mean, it's definitely, I would say, a little bit more of, the whole flying all the way from the West Coast kind of. It's definitely more of what the fans, kind of hype up a little bit. We take every opponent as a nameless, faceless opponent. So we're going into every week worrying about us and what we can do better and how we can attack each opponent. But at the same time, it's the start of Big Ten play. So that's huge for us, and we understand that winning a Big Ten championship is one of our goals, and this is the first step to that. So that's a huge part of this game, is starting off, getting to one of our huge goals this season, strong, starting off 1-0 in Big Ten play.
Yeah, this win could just mean so much to you guys, and a great test and a great opponent. Do you guys go much, just out of my own curiosity, do you go much? You mentioned the scout team. Are you guys going against the defense as well? Do you mix in some of those periods throughout the practice week as well? Do you go 1s-on-1s or 2s-on-2s ever?
Yeah, definitely. We get after it early on in the week with the 1s-on-1s, 2s-on-2s kind of stuff. And then later on in the week, we kind of tone it down and then do, more scout team stuff.
What's it like to go against that unit every week? Because, the big thing is for USC, and the conversation has been how much their defense has improved this offseason. But, man, you guys get to go against such a tough, strong, experienced defense. How does that kind of prepare you for these big-time matchups?
Yeah, I mean, going up against the guys on the other side of the ball at Michigan, for me, the way I see it is it prepares me for anybody in the country. There's nobody in the country that can get me better than my defense. My own defense can get me. That's the way I look at it. So each and every day, being able to get myself better through them and get them better through me, it's an honor, man. and I, use it to go into these games and understand and have confidence that, we've been doing this all throughout camp, all throughout spring ball. Like, there's no defense in the country that's better than our defense. So what, how is another opponent's defense,
Right. Well, I kind of want to close out here, man, and just say for you, what's the goal? When you write down on a piece of paper and you see now what you're capable of here through 2 weeks or 3 weeks, you probably knew, but you've proven it. But kind of what are the things you think about on a week-to-week basis? What do you think the ceiling is for Khalil Mollings down the stretch of this fall?
Yeah. I definitely just want to continue to put together good games. Definitely personally, that's definitely the individual goal. And then the team goal obviously is to win a national championship and to win the Big Ten. But for me individually, just week by week putting together good games, and taking each opponent face on, and just having fun with it, honestly.
You're too humble, man. How many broken tackles do you want on a week-to-week basis?
Yeah.
What's the over/under on the broken tackles, bro?
Anything. I gotta at least like 5, 6.
Okay,
7.
I was gonna say 5, 6 was good.
5, 6 at least. I'll go 7. I'll go 7.
Okay.
7's a goal on broken tackles. I'll go with that. Yeah.
I was gonna say, bro, like that feels like a very doable thing for you when you get running out there. So it's the stiff arm, it's the truck. You got some little agility to you too, bro.
Yeah, I try, man. I try to have add a little wiggle to it. Surprise them sometimes, switch it up.
Okay? I might have lied. So I'm gonna ask you a few more because is that something you've had to add to your game? It's really nice to watch, and it just feels like running back-esque. Like you've always been a great athlete, but when I watch you bounce behind the line of scrimmage, like, man, it looks like you've been doing this for your entire college career. Like, is that something you've had to emphasize or what?
Yeah, I mean, for me, the biggest thing was really just kind of getting back to it. I played running back my whole life, and it was just that I had taken 3 years off of it. So
is it different at the college? It's different.
And it is. It's way different at the college level. That's the other thing too. So it was like having taken those years off and then trying to catch up to speed. It was kind of weird at first. So it took me a while to get comfortable and kind of remember what my game kind of is and was. Yeah. So that, and then that's kind of kind of what's been coming back to me. So just being able to do those kind of things and get back to my original running back self back in the day, and also emphasizing it as well this off season and emphasizing my agility and my speed and stuff like that. That's really all it's been.
Because at the high school level, there's a lot of runs where you're not getting touched till 5 yards down, and you could just break it outside and go, or but hey, at the college level, the hole might be open, but you need to press into the line to set the blocks before. There's much more technique and nuance to running, right?
Exactly. And I mean, honestly, there are times when I'm still, picking things up, always learning, and there are times when it's like, man, I think I have it here and I don't, because like you said, it's college, things are closing quicker. You can't bounce everything. Sometimes it's better, just to take those 2 yards. Sometimes you can't score a touchdown no matter what you do. So understanding that and finding out how to play within that, has taken, took me kind of a while, and it's nice to be able to pick that up and improve on my game.
Well, man, I got to say thank you. And I got to thank our sponsor too, like Wolverine. I just think it's perfect to have you on here. Just, getting the chance to work with Wolverine, of discipline, hard work, effort, worksmanship, lunch pail mentality, coming to work every single day, the work boots, the flannel, the hard hat, just the way you ran last week. It makes people proud. It makes former players and the fans proud. And I'm looking forward to watching you this weekend, man. It's a huge, huge, huge weekend. Welcoming USC into the Big Ten. So best of luck this weekend, man. I can't wait to watch. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you